And my next guest, comedian, radio presenter, game show host, nothing he can't do. He's currently starring in his comedy series, Avoidance.
The reason I'm getting so worked up, if you must know, is that I've had an epiphany.
Oh, Dan, you should probably put your coat down because Jonathan's had one of his epiphanies again.
Tell me, would the epiphany be that you realise you made a massive mistake with Claire?
Yeah, and that suddenly she's going to see all of this self-improvement and whatever it is that you're wearing and suddenly want to take you back again.
Well, that is sort of the gist of it, OK? But there is a lot more nuance to it than that.
Well, that makes sense, because Claire did say that her ideal man is somebody that talks to himself in lycra.
Yes, well, I am going to get her back, all right? I'm just playing the long game.
Oh, he's a poor wee soul, Romesh.
Yes, he is, yeah.
He's a poor wee soul.
Yeah, he's a sad.
Little Jonathan.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was your name as well. You're Jonathan. Well,
Yes.
Jonathan was your first name, wasn't it?
Yeah, my name... Romesh is actually my middle name.
Ah.
So it's Jonathan Romesh Ranganathan. And sort of... Jonathan is kind of a version of me, I guess. Because he... Basically, his main character flaw is that he's a bit of a people pleaser. He's a conflict avoidant, and that is something that I've got in... By the bucket load, actually. And so me and the mate of mine that wrote it, Ben Green, we were just sort of saying to ourselves, well, this is a good character flaw to create a character.
Right.
Jonathan is more like me than I'd like, to be honest with you. I thought to myself, Jonathan is like a version of me that's quite far removed, but actually the truth of it is as I watch it, he's fairly close.
Right, OK.
It's sad, actually. It's quite sad.
Do you wear a lot of lycra?
No, that is the one thing I would say that I'm not into.
Right.
It's one of those things where when you write a thing and then you're in it, when we were writing it, I'd seen lots of guys that had started getting into cycling, and I just said to the guys, wouldn't it be funny if Jonathan got into cycling? But you forget that it's going to be you. It's weird, like, when you're writing it, you go, that would be really funny. And then when the costume turned up, I was like, oh, wow, that's me that's got to wear it.
You have to wear that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, really.
And it's not comfy.
It's not comfortable. It feels like... I mean, you can feel it everywhere.
Yeah,
You know, there's no doubt about that.
Sucks you in, though.
Yeah, it does. Not enough, I would say.
But
like, if there was some way of, like, kind of really...
Yeah.
If there's some sort of dial on it that you could crank it in further, I'd love that.
That would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You wear it well, I have to say.
Well, thank you. That's very
You do
kind
wear it
of you
well.
to say.
You've got a good cast there and friends, you know, but then that's always quite difficult sometimes if you have to do, like, romantic scenes with your pal. That can always be... That's a bit, you know, if you're a really good mate.
Yeah, well, I mean, Aisling B is in it. We're very lucky to get... I mean, I think Aisling's amazing.
She's good. She's lovely.
She came into the show as kind of Jonathan's distraction, I guess, kind of another love interest. And we had a scene where we had to kiss. And I'm really good mates with Aisling. And it was just... It was just deeply uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? And not because, you know, Aisling's great and lovely and an attractive woman.
Yeah.
I don't want that going viral. But you know, it's just that weird thing of, like, you've been mates for such a long time, and then sort of kissing. It just feels strange, you know. Yeah. And kissing anyone apart from my wife feels strange. And in fact, kissing my wife feels strange. We've been married for long enough that that feels like a novelty as well. So to be kissing someone else...
You're right. If you've been together for so long, you stop kissing.
Yeah. Well,
this is great fun.
Yeah, kissing is great. I mean, I do think
good.
I would love to get involved in some sort of campaign just to get kissing back out there as a thing. Because I do sometimes come home from work and we don't kiss. Then after a while we do, you know, we say, oh, we should, you know, we haven't said hello. And then you kiss and you go, this is nice, isn't it?
But like a long, intense one. You know, not just a peck.
Yeah. Well, I think it just depends on what's required, you know.
It does. It absolutely
I think, like,
does.
in different situations, you can sort of go, I think this merits a slightly longer kiss or an in-the-middle kiss or whatever. I think it's something...
I feel we should campaign.
I think as couples, we should be all coming up with, like, little menus for what scenarios and what sort of kiss we think is appropriate.
I agree.
I mean, I'd love to start that here if there's any...
I think we can. I think we always can.
Okay.
Now, look, you've got a big weekend coming up. Huge. Huge.
Well, yes. On the Saturday of this weekend, I'm doing the first of my Radio 2 shows. I'm taking over Saturday morning. Not taking over Saturday mornings, I'm becoming part of Saturday mornings. So I'm doing that, and that is very nerve-wracking. I'm very excited about that. And it would be great if, as I finished that would be the end of, like...
You could go for a wee drink, a celebration.
But unfortunately, I can't do that because I'm running the London Marathon the next day.
Oh, that was bad timing.
Yeah, I mean...
In a sense.
Yeah, I mean, I pushed for them to move the marathon, but they said that...
Did they say no?
Logistically, it's tricky, they said,
no.
and they said I hadn't quite got to that
How
status.
unreasonable.
Well, I just said, you know, that is a real reminder of where I am in this game. But, yeah, so it's just how it's sort of panned out. So on Monday morning, regardless of how things have gone, I will feel an incredible sense of relief.
Of course you will, and get the first show under your belt.
Yeah.
It's going to be great fun, though. I mean,
I'm very much
gonna
looking
be
forward to it. Yeah, I didn't
fantastic,
really
Romesh.
sort of realise how big a deal that was.
Oh, millions and millions of people listen to that.
Yeah.
Millions have it on a Saturday, no pressure.
No.
Anything like that. They do. Tell me, obviously in the marathon, what charity are you running for?
It's for Calm, the mental health charity.
Yeah.
It's just, so I'm a patron of that charity. It's, you know, just they're really good at. And I sort of part of the reason was to raise money for them, but the main reason actually was just to raise awareness. You know, to get people who are struggling with mental health to talk about it, to reach out, and it's something I feel really strongly about. So it is a real honour to be running it for them. People said to me, you know, you can't really train for a marathon while you're on tour. And I've given it a go, and they were right.
Really?
You can't. I'm very much undercooked for this marathon. We're just going to see what happens.
It's OK, and the crowd will help you.
Yes. I mean, my target time is Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's very wise.
That is what I'm aiming for.
So it's fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right.
Don't put pressure on yourself to run faster. Men do that.
No, yeah.
It's so silly, but see when you say, oh, I ran a marathon, everybody will say to me, women say, well done.
Yes.
Men say, how long did it take
I know,
you?
that question.
Why do they do that?
What time did you get?
I know,
it's unacceptable.
It doesn't matter.
We've just done it.
Yeah.
I just feel like what I'd like to do is finish before they've sort of cleared everything up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
That would be good.
And I would, you know, I just think when somebody runs a marathon, they've run a marathon. You don't need to know any more stats.
No, you don't.
You can ask about chafing and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, be careful of the chafing.
Yeah.
Vaseline on your important parts.
Absolutely. I think I will go 2 coats before I start.
You do.
And I'll be the first runner to sort of try and apply coats while I'm running. That's how worried I am about it.
No, take a wee tin with you.
Yeah.
Nipples.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that to happen in your undercarriage.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
Absolutely, thank you. Nipples and undercarriage, that's the marathon mantra, yeah.
And you'll be absolutely fine. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so
Good
much.
luck.
Thank
I salute you. And season 2 of Avoidance is on Friday, 9:30 on BBC One.
It is, yeah.
But you can watch it all on the iPad.
Yes, you can
as
do,
well.
yeah.
And then you're on Radio 2, and then anybody cheer you on. If you see Romesh in the marathon looking in trouble, give him a big cheer.
Yeah, please do. I'll need it.
You'll be grand. You'll be grand. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.